Welcome to a new video. In this video, I'm going to discuss about some more important methods of list. Okay. So in this video, I'm going to discuss about get method, indexOf method, containsAll, and how to traverse an array list. Obviously, the same way you can traverse a linked list also. So let's start with our first method. Our first method is get method, right? So get method will give you the element of that particular index position. Means the index position you have to specify, right? Okay, like take the integer type variable n, okay, and then al means I am taking this array list, right? Dot get. Then you have to specify the index position. So like index position is like 2, okay. So in this array list, what is the second index position? This is 0, right? This is 1, this is 2, okay. And this get method will give you the value of this index position 2. And what is the value? The value is 7, right? Means this method will give you 7. If you just print this, you can see it. Print ln n, then you can see it will give you 7. I think it's clear. If we take string s equals to str dot get like 1, okay, means then this method will give you the second element of this str array, okay. And what is the second element of this str array? Second element is this one, right? This is the index position 1, right? So this will give you println s. Obviously this will give you pc, right? If you just print it, you can see pc, okay. I think it's clear. So it method will give you the value of that particular position, the position you are giving, okay. And obviously the data type of this get method obviously depend on your array list data type, okay. If your array list data type is integer type, then obviously this get method will give you integer type data. If your array list data type is string type, then obviously this get method will give you string type data, okay. If your array list data type is character, then obviously this get method will give you the character type data. So the thing is, always this method will give you the element of that particular position, okay. I think it's clear. So our next method is indexOf method, okay. IndexOf method. So indexOf method is like total reverse of get method. Why so? Because if you use indexOf method, then always it will give you integer type value. Why so? Because indexOf method will give you the index position of that particular element, right? Let's see the example. L dot indexOf like I am taking this array list, right? So if you use this indexOf method in this array list, you have to specify the element. Like here I am taking this element like 6, okay, right? So obviously this method will give me what? Or just a second, okay. So if this method will always give me the index position of 6, and what is the index position of 6 is 1, right? If you just print it in 1, then obviously it will give you 1, right? So now suppose you are giving the element that is not present in this array list, then what will happen? Let's see, like 9, okay. Then it will give you any negative number, okay. So I think it's clear. And because obviously the element is not present in your array, this means it's not possible to give you 0, 1 or 2, because 0, 1, 2 is a possible indexes, right? And it's clear. The main thing is the indexOf method will give you the index position of any particular element, and get method will give you the value of any particular position. Means obviously position means, I mean to say position is an index position, okay. I think it's clear. So now our third method is contains method. So contains method, okay. So how you will use contains? Let's see. So obviously contains method will give you boolean type data, okay. Boolean b equals to like l dot contains, then you have to write the element. Like here in this array list, I have 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So if I use like 8, obviously this 8 is present in my array list, right? As you can see, in the last index position I have this 8. So obviously this method will give me true. Okay. So if I use any like element like 4, then this method will give me false. Why so? Because obviously that array list is not contains this 4 element, right? So if you just print this, then you can see it will give you false. Okay. So now contains all. So to describe the contains all, let me first create another array list. Okay. So now I am adding this array list L dot. Oh, to add another collection in another collection, you have to use add all method, right? I think you can remember, right? So if you just add this, then you are like checking boolean b1 equals to al dot contains all l2. Then if you just print this p1, then you can see this will give you true, because obviously this al2 is contains in your al array list because you have added. Okay, if you not add this, then you can see it will give you false, because obviously this 1 and this 2 is not present in your al array list, right? Okay, so if you just take 5 and 6, right? Obviously this 5 and 6 is present in your array list also, means it is al array list also, this 5 and 6 is present, right? If you now just print it, then you can see it will give you true, right? Because the elements that are present in al2 array list, that two elements are also present in your al array list, right? That's why this contains all method will give you true. Okay, obviously this contains all method is used to compare with the collections. Okay, I think it is also clear. Okay, so now let's see how we can traverse an array list. Okay, so basically they have total 3 ways. First one is a for each loop, second one is for loop, and the last one is using iterator. Okay, so at first how we can traverse an array list using for each loop. Okay, so first one, so using for each loop. So for int I, then you have to write the collection name, means a reference. Okay, and then system for out dot println I. That's all you only need to do. And is using for loop, right? So for int I equals to 0, I less than l dot size and I plus plus. Okay, and then system dot out dot println al dot get I. Okay, because obviously get method will give you the value of that particular index position. Okay, and size method will give you the size of the array list, means the total number of the elements is present in your array list, that is the size, right? So it will give me the size of the array list. Yeah, so this way this whole for loop is going on, and at each iteration it will give me, that means it will print the element. Okay, I think it's clear. So last story is using iterator. Poetry, right? So iterator integer, then it equals to al dot iterator, right? Then you have to import this iterator, then while it dot hash next, the hash next method will give me the boolean value. Okay, means if is there any element is present or not. If they have any element, then it method will give me true, otherwise this message will give me false. Okay, then I'll print, then I will print IT dot next. Okay, right? So now just print this whole things. Okay, yeah. So now just run it. Okay, as you can see, in every way it will give you the correct output. Okay, so this is the three ways. You can follow any one of them, but in maximum cases you can use for each loop, because for each loop is easy and you can easily understand for each loop, right? So yeah, that's all for this video, and I think all these methods are also clear to you. If you have any question, you can definitely ask me in the comment section. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.